Okay. We have all seen this crazy video. The moment an alligator grabbed the hand of its handler in West Valley, went into this roll that was just insane, while children and parents were watching this.
Well, tonight the handler saw this video, if you can believe it, for the very first time herself. Now back at home from the hospital, she is recovering from that attack.
So hard to look at. Daniel Woodruff was there when she did, and Daniel, what a moment.
Yeah, really, and it has been 10 days since Lindsay Bull found herself rolling around with that alligator here at Scales and Tails, Utah in West Valley City. And believe it or not, as you said, it took her that long to actually see exactly how this all went down.
He's an animal, you know. That's how they eat.
Lindsay Bull is pretty calm 1 week out of the hospital, her left arm elevated at her side.
The swelling was probably the worst part.
Evidence of a scary situation with 8.5-foot long Darth Gator. What was going through your mind when that all happened?
The first thing that went into my head was, is he gonna roll? And he started to do things that indicated to me that he was, and that's why I climbed into the enclosure with him, is because where you're standing on the outside and he's on the inside, your body can't roll with him. It's the only way to preserve your limb.
Video of the dramatic encounter went viral. Everybody saw it, except one person. You haven't watched the video?
No.
Lindsay wanted to wait to watch it with her coworkers. Tonight, she got them together and did that.
And my arm was in there a lot longer than I thought. I was a little nervous to see it, but probably the worst part for me was seeing him thrash my arm.
It took 10 days to watch this. Glad you did?
Yeah. And I'll probably be reviewing it now several times over.
So again, Lindsay's home now recovering. She's wearing that splint. She's probably going to have to wear that for several months. She does plan to return to work here at Scales and Tails at some point in the future. She also plans to continue working with Darth Gator. When I asked her how she feels toward the alligator, she said she loves him. She doesn't blame him for what happened. She said that she didn't pull her arm away just in time so that incident happened, but she's very excited to see him again as she returns to work here and as she recovers. Our best to her.
4 counties in Utah are creating conviction integrity units. They review cases and then recommend overturning wrongful convictions. And Michael Locklear found just a few counties are using them right now. Michael.
At least 4 counties have created them, and some attorneys are calling on more counties to follow suit. These conviction integrity units are another avenue to get innocent people out of prison. Fresh optimism 1 day after the first success stories of overturning wrongful convictions through a relatively new process in Utah.
It's a very exciting step in the right direction.
On Tuesday, Salt Lake County prosecutors announced they're working to erase the convictions of 2 immigrants. They were tried as adults rather than juveniles. The action came at the recommendation of the county's Conviction Integrity Unit, a group of people that's essentially a review board focused on correcting past mistakes. How's Utah doing on conviction integrity units?
Well, at this point, I think we're a little behind the curve. We only have 4 counties right now who have conviction integrity units.
Those counties are Salt Lake, Utah, Davis, and Summit.
And I think all of the counties ultimately should probably have one.
The conviction integrity unit provides a less formal, less strict avenue to have a conviction looked at.
Criminal defense attorney Steve Burton says smaller counties may not have the resources to set up the units. He also believes they should be more powerful with their decisions, forcing a court or prosecutor to act.
Even the counties that are trying to do the right thing, if the county prosecutor doesn't think it's politically expedient or for his own personal reasons or her personal reasons doesn't decide that they should do it, they don't have to.
The Rocky Mountain Innocence Center hopes this new avenue can help free 2 of their clients in the coming months. How are you feeling about that?
You know, yesterday was a promising sign.
State law in 2018 gave counties the legal backing to create these units. If your county doesn't have one but you want one, reach out to your county attorney.
back, everyone. A dismal picture when it comes to help for renters. New numbers show just 11% of emergency rental assistance has been distributed nationally.
The good news, Utah is doing better than that, but there's still a long way to go. Daniel Woodruff tonight has been covering this issue for months now. Is the state getting money to the people who need it the most?
Well, luckily, Utah is way ahead of other states in terms of getting money to renters who were impacted by the COVID-19 pandemic. But the state is trying to reach even more people. And one way they're doing that now is from an idea that they got after watching a report that we did here on 2 News just a few weeks ago. As people across the country struggle to pay rent, just 11% of the money designed to help them has trickled out.
It's disappointing at best.
But in Utah, it's more than double that, nearly 24%.
And we've paid for about 10,500 tenants to stay in their apartments.
Are you in a spot you're pleased with, or can we do better?
We can do better, and we are going to do better.
Christina Oliver is with the Department of Workforce Services. She says the state will soon send postcards to some landlords telling them about rental assistance.
Wow.
They got the idea for this from 2 News.
Quite frankly, because of your last report, you interviewed a landlord who had no idea about the program, and we decided as a department that we needed to provide additional outreach to those landlords.
That's important, she says, because landlords can apply for assistance on behalf of their tenants.
Utah's doing great.
Tara Rollins with the Utah Housing Coalition says the state's rental assistance program is working, but she says we need more affordable housing and more resources for people before they get to a crisis.
The golden rule is someone shouldn't be paying more than a third of their income to housing, and that includes utilities. Most of our extremely low income workers, they're paying, way over 50% of their income to housing.
If you'd like to apply for rental assistance through the state, whether you're a tenant or a landlord, we've got a link for you to do that right now at KUTV.com.